Michael Hurt. He's a street photographer. What made him fall in love with the streets of Korea? This is Hongdae, a symbolic place for youth.
Alrighty, we're out here at Exit 9 at Hongdae. This is the place where everybody meets to go on their dates and socialize and whatnot. And we think this is a good place to get started. This is where I shoot a lot for street fashion, actually. Alrighty, let's go.
He's looking for street fashionistas. Hongdae streets are always filled with stylish people sporting the latest trends.
저 스트리트 패션 사진 작가인데 예, 여기 명함 드릴게요. 그리고 너무 멋있어서 커플 아니에요?
네, 커플 아니에요.
다른 사람이랑 사귀고 있어요?
없습니다.
없습니다. 없어요. 그래서 뭐 살짝 그게 느낌이 생겨서
네.
커플이 될지도 몰라요. 안 돼.
Long for women, short for men. This look has been a major hit this year. These extra long sleeves extend far beyond the hands. Any fashion-conscious woman would have tried this look at least once. Men, on the other hand, stay trendy with cropped pants.
모델 같아요, 모델. 보정이 들어가나요? 근데 외국분이 또 이런 걸 찍어주시니까 한국분도 아니고 이런 한국의 골목을 또 이렇게 남기시는 건가요? 너무
뭔가 더 뜻깊은 그런 작업인 것 같아요.
뭐 이런 식으로
귀여우시다.
They are all shy at first, but they radiate their character as soon as Michael starts taking pictures. These women are dressed up with off-the-shoulder tops. In the past, Korean women wore a bolero with their dresses because bare shoulders were considered revealing. Now, it's different.
물어볼 게 있는데 뭐 사람이 뭐라고 어깨 때문에 뭐라고 하지 않았어요?
아무 말도 안 하시고 시원해 보인다고.
시원해 보인다.
Young women are leaving boleros behind.
But also exposing the shoulders, even and most especially like the bra strap, is something that has not always been okay. In fact, hasn't been okay for very long. And it's interesting to see young women just walking around wearing whatever they want. And I think that's really dictated by the kind of consumer identity imperative in Korea these days. 이 정도면 좋아요.
Liberal and without East and West distinction, Korea's street fashion shows how fast social norms are changing.
이쪽으로 보세요. Koreans are conservative Confucians, and that's definitely not true at all these days. So I kind of want to show that through picking people who are the best examples of couples culture. I think it's really interesting to track that photographically.
This is why Michael Hurt believes that street fashion is a good measure of social change. Here, people are not self-conscious, yet they are sensitive. They are exotic, yet Korean, and they are shy and outgoing at the same time. Hongdae is full of charming contradictions.
처음에
That girl grew up to be this model.
저희는 명동에서 이렇게 쇼핑을 하다가 이렇게 사진을 찍으면서 보게 됐어요.
뭐 교복 입고 고등학생 보고 왜 이렇게 키 크나? 이렇게 생각했는데 그래서 그쪽으로 가는 거고. 깜짝.
From a young girl to a stunning model, watching fashion people grow is one of Michael's life's pleasures as a street fashion photographer.
오케이. 요즘에 촬영 많이 하나?
또 봬요. 연락을 드릴게요.
오케이.
네.
바이바이.
바이.
기분이 좋네요. 왜냐면 지금은 자기 꿈대로 모델이 된 거니까 지금 잘 되고 있는 것 같아요.
Does this mean that Michael is a professional photographer? He's not. He teaches marketing at this university. University students also follow trends. These are the must-have items for today's 20-somethings. Ripped skirts, short pants, and 3-striped slippers. Michael Hurt says that Koreans are sensitive to fashion because they place importance on reputation. In that way, street fashion is the perfect representation of Korean society.
You know what this is called, right? Your grandma has some of these in her closet?
It's a really, on their closet, they all have this, I swear to God. They all have this, that thingy.
Lee is probably the most famous Korean actor in the United States. That becomes kind of street fashion. In Korea, Korean doesn't really match the code to have tigers and dragons and things. So it becomes a little bit more feminized. Flowers and cranes and things like that are a little bit more compatible with what young Korean girls want to wear.
Keeping up might be the driving force behind Korean fashion.
That's not the way it happens.
Trends change a lot because they want to be fashionable fast because they have many season changes.
Foreign students see Korea through Michael's photos.
I do a lot of things in the streets that we talk about in theory. So if you're talking about the industrial kind of structural background of, the Korean fashion industry, as an example of one type of cultural export that happens to be called the Korean wave now.
Michael Hurt fell in love with photography while taking a photojournalism class at the University of California, Berkeley. And he's always regretted not having taken pictures of Korea while he visited in the mid-90s under a scholarship program. And when he came back to Korea in 2002, he brought a camera with him. Since then, he's taken hundreds of thousands of pictures of the Korean streets. To him, the streets of Korea are very alluring. They allow him to take dynamic pictures he can't take anywhere else.
So at the time, people would ask me, why do you take pictures of this kind of stuff? And I say, it's pretty simple. That's real Korea.
He still vividly remembers the first time he saw real Korea. He didn't take pictures of street fashion at first. His camera faced the nooks and crannies of society.
Well, since I started here doing street photography, not street fashion, in 2002, and naturally I think people who were looking at my pictures were more interested when I was taking pictures of what people were wearing. That's how I ended up being street fashion photographer.
When street fashion photos became popular through social media in 2006, Michael diligently started looking for fashion people. Itaewon is one of his go-to places. This place has this area.
여기 놀러 뭐 밥 먹으러 오신 거예요?
여기요? 네, 놀고 커피 마시러 가요.
이거 커피 마시는. 근데 요즘에 왜 이태원이 좋은가요?
일단 이색적인 음식을 많이 먹을 수 있어서
예.
평소에 다른 곳에서 먹어보지 못했던 그런 음식들도 많이 먹고 또 놀거리가 많잖아요. 클럽도
네.
많고
예, 같이. 여기
Itaewon used to be full of foreigners because of the US military base. Now, it's one of Seoul's hippest places. From head to toe, their clothes display femininity. In the past, it was rare to spot women like this in Itaewon. But now, over 90% of the people visiting this neighborhood are women.
예뻐서 예쁜 척 하실 필요 없고요. 어색하지만 예쁘게 나와요.
There are many office workers in modest clothing as well.
어떤 회사원이세요?
회계사예요.
네?
회계사요.
회계사?
회계법인.
아, 20년 전이면 일반 한국 사람들이 여기 안 왔어요. Itaewon, separated off from the rest of acceptable Korean society, has now changed into a place of heavy female-oriented consumption. And I think one of the reasons that's happening is because women in particular, are consuming aspects of an exotic other that they find familiar in the market. And that's Itaewon.
It's women who look for all the hot places, meaning that the biggest consumer group is women. Michael reads Korea's social flow in the changes of the Itaewon streets.
The best things in life are free.
It's been 10 years since he became a street fashion photographer. Now, many people learn photography from him. They signed up for his classes after seeing his work on social media.
You've got the long zoom, right? Can you back up and zoom like really tight?
With DSLRs, they can take photos and check it right away. It's another reason that Michael fell in love with street fashion photography.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, we got a little bit of our
Today's lecture will take place on the Hongdae streets.
also taking pictures of this settings, of this background.
Have to press that plus or minus.
He places importance on taking pictures of subjects in their natural state, because fashion is part of everyday life.
So the pictures that he takes are very much, of life on the streets of Hongdae. He's obviously a fashion photographer as well, and I think it's great. He's getting very candid pictures, and that's what I wanted to do.
Everybody, can you see me?
Soon, they will meet the real Korea too.
I got nothing left to tell you.
The latest sanctuary for fashion people.
All right, we're here at Dongdaemun Design Plaza and actually the Dongdaemun neighborhood, home of Korean textile and fashion apparel power, and where all the fashion people go to, as it were.
Countless private brands emerge and are immediately consumed in Dongdaemun. It's a phenomenon that can't be seen just anywhere else in the world. Dongdaemun-style clothes catch Michael's eye.
좋습니다. 예. 살짝 뒤로.
A hoodie matched with hot pants. It's typical street fashion.
여기 잘생긴 얼굴이지만 렌즈로 보세요. 렌즈로 보세요.
These looks are easy to create with little money, so it's popular among teenagers and college students.
그냥 도세에서 산 거예요.
그러면 도세에서 산 거면 여기 동대문 같은 데에서 만들 수 있었겠네요.
거기
지하 상가에서 샀어요.
제 느낌이 여기서 만들었을 거예요. 네, 죄송하지만 가격이 어떻게 됐어요?
얘
그-
10,000원이고
10,000원?
얘는 35,000원.
잘 샀습니다.
네.
일단 예.
In this age of individualism, it's consumers that complete products. Dongdaemun was the root of Korea's clothing industry, and now it's being reconstructed into a fashion capital by creative consumers.
Turn the music up, bring that drum, let the beat rock. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dongdaemun is also a popular attraction among foreign visitors.
你好。啊，美国人。
美国人，你会中文吗
Oh, I'm taking both of you.
哦，可以呀。
It's okay. I like your hat. Everything. Okay.
Most tourists here are Asian, such as Chinese or Japanese. Young people follow Korean fashion through social media. To them, Korea's street fashion is the ultimate guidebook. A blend of sportswear and everyday wear, or dresses with sneakers. They represent Korea's typical mix and match style.
Buy this or this here in Korea? No, nothing? Okay.
在中国买的。
Oh, okay. China.
好，谢谢。
I have to learn Chinese. I think that's one place where the so-called Korean wave, Hallyu, is doing well in a way that isn't so bright and sparkly and obvious, such as in the same way that Gangnam Style is very obvious. You can track how many bazillions of hits, a particular video has gotten. But I think this has been quietly increasing in power and intensity and worldwide influence, at least starting in Asia.
Hongdaemun symbolizes the emergence of new Hallyu. October 17th, a fashion festival opened in Dongdaemun, a gathering for top designers, fashion personnel, and the fashion conscious.
Okay, I'm standing here in the middle of Korean fashion in the Dongdaemun Design Plaza during the first day of Fashion Week.
Korea is quick to adapt to new styles, and from there, trends spread to the rest of Asia. That's why many luxury brands consider Korea an important test market. The number of K-pop and K-drama fans has been growing worldwide, and the interest in Korean fashion is rising as well. This doesn't only apply to well-known brands, it includes Korea's street fashion. Korean street fashion is easy for anyone to follow on a daily basis.
이것도 한복이죠?
It also utilizes traditional culture.
저처럼 지금 저고리랑 이렇게 치마랑 이렇게 세트로 입는 게 아니라 니트나 블라우스 이런 거 티셔츠에도 허리 치마를 매치해서 입거나 아니면 그냥 저고리에다가 그냥 정장 치마를 입거나 이렇게 약간 합치 매치를 해가지고 일상생활에서도 사람들이 많이 좋아하는
Unique yet practical, fashion filled with creativity. That's the beauty of Korea's street fashion.
Привет! 안녕하세요.
Someone catches Michael's attention. She's an actress and singer from Vietnam.
Could you just give me your name and what you do?
My name is Min.
Min.
Yeah, the people on the street, like street style out there, is more interesting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, is Korean fashion, like the style that you like, is that known in Vietnam?
Yes, a lot of people know about it. And
So-
it actually become an international style and not just Korean style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what she was saying is that, I've been talking a long time about the next part of the Korean wave being Korean street fashion, not runway fashion. And I think she's evidence of that.
Michael Hurt believes that the new wave of Hallyu will rise from the streets, not the runways. It marks the end of trends made by big labels. He believes that people's desire for creativity has turned Korea's street fashion into a grassroots movement, and he's standing in the middle of it.
Michael's photo is very different from the normal street shots, so he sometimes catches people by surprise, but he also catches them at the most natural state. So I think it's very real street fashion. So I think he's one of the pioneers for street fashion over at Seoul Fashion Week.
Michael was not a fashion person, but his desire to see real Korea led him to become a street fashion photographer. He has taken countless photos of the streets of Hongdae, Itaewon, Dongdaemun, and more. And today, they will be displayed like a panoramic view. Fans of his photos on SNS have come to his exhibition.
Thanks for coming. Good.
His pictures capture the everyday moments of Korea.
One of my favorites is that one with the girl and the guy on the date. We see all the elements, but that are important, but it cover up the ones that get me in trouble for using the picture. Like her face is covered, but you can see what she's wearing, and you can see her heels, you can see her position, and you can see that they're, kind of on a date. They're dressed up quite a bit.
They don't always show well-dressed people. His candid photos that reflect Korean society, trend, and culture sketch a fascinating view.
Well, street photography is very different from, photojournalism and stuff like that. It's very raw. It's very raw. Like, it doesn't show the same, manufactured pictures that you would see in a magazine. It's real. It's real people doing real things without any filter.
I feel the photographer, he knows what young Korean people want, and he captured the spirit of young Korean people these days.
Street fashion is a new window into Korea.
So what my plan is going to be is to continue doing the work that I've been doing. I think that's the only reason I'm still here is because of the gritty realness that you can find on the streets of Seoul. And I think that's the only thing worth really letting you guide your photography or other concerns in Korean popular culture or everyday life. And that's what I'm going to continue to do.
If you ever find yourself being Michael Hurt's model on the street, don't panic. It just means that he saw Korea in your style. He'll gift you with a wonderful photo, so relax and pose for the camera.
네, 이렇게 잡아주시고 범죄인처럼.
이걸 들고 있었어요?
네, 잠깐 이거 한 컷 하세요.